everyone, my name is Chloe and welcome to the start of a weekend reading vlog. So it is Thursday at almost noon, and as you can see from the clips, we had the most beautiful sunrise this morning, and then Annie and I went to a different town to get her mouth checked up because she had her lip and tongue and cheeks, all of that was tied, and so they revised it 2 weeks ago, and so we went and got that checked on, and he said everything looks perfect, and so that is wonderful. But it was 2 hours of driving for literally like 30 seconds of appointment. So, but I don't really mind because Annie loves the car, and so it was just me and her because Ainsley can't come into the doctor or anything, so I couldn't take her. So it was just quiet. It was just good audiobook listening time. So last night I picked up I Heart New York by LINDSEY KELK, and the reason I picked it up is because I am trying to read I Heart Paris for the reading rush next week, and I haven't, that's book 3 in the series, and I haven't read 1 and 2, so I need to read 1 and 2. So I got I Heart New York on audio, started it last night, and then finished it today, like in the car back and forth. We're in our driveway now, so we're home, but just finished it, and I think I'm gonna give it probably 4 stars, maybe 3.5. It was exactly what I expected and exactly what I wanted. So I don't know if I've talked about it recently, but I've kind of been craving a reread of the Shopaholic series by Sophie Kinsella, and I feel like this one is very, very similar. Not in the content, but in the tone. And this one is about a girl who gets broken up with. She's at her best friend's wedding, and she is engaged to this guy, and she finds him having sex with somebody else in their car. And so she just freaks out, goes crazy, and just leaves everything and goes to New York from London. They live in London. So she goes to New York, and she's just like staying in a random hotel, has absolutely no plans, knows not a single soul. And like my anxiety for her was so like, cause she gets there and she's like, what the hell did I just do? Like, I'm in this town by myself, spending a ridiculous amount of money for what? And so, yeah, she meets this girl that she's the concierge at the hotel, and they just become friends. And I loved it, and I loved her friend. Her friend was Jenny Lopez at first, but then as the book went on, so as the book goes on, Jenny is like, hey, just go have fun, date around, because she has never dated anybody else. She's been with this guy forever, and so she's like, just go have fun, do your thing. And so there's like a love triangle that starts, and there's one guy who on paper is perfect, but then you can tell the whole time, like, there's one guy who her heart is really enjoying and liking, and so they may or may not be the same person. It's a love triangle. But anyway, Jenny is very, she's like got a boyfriend that's off and on, and she is just kind of one of those girls who, like, when she's upset, she said some really terrible things to Angie, our main character. And like, she was just like vicious when she was upset. Like, she was upset about her boyfriend and stuff, and she just went off on Angie. And like, I think we all have known girls like that, that's like, if they're upset, they will cut anybody down. And it like, just, I was like, ugh, I was so disgusted. And this book is also not without problems. There is quite a bit of fat shaming and talk about weight and stuff. And she's supposedly like eating all this stuff and still losing weight and whatever, and becoming this bombshell. And there's a lot of emphasis on weight and image and that kind of stuff. But Jenny also used the R word one time, and I do not tolerate that. Like, I can't stand when people use that, and the author did not make any sort of statement about it, and it was like, just made me really dislike Jenny as a character. And I don't know, definitely there are a lot of problems in this book, but it was exactly what I was wanting, and quick, mindless, just kind of like ridiculous, but the character's a little obnoxious, a little fun, and it was just a really good story. So 4 stars for that probably. And then I picked up Snow Bride. I have that on Kindle, and so I used the Alexa hack that I talked about in my last vlog, and had it read the first 2 or 3 chapters to me on the way home. And this one is for Christmas in July-a-thon, and you won't see this until after it happens, but we're having a live show tomorrow, Friday at 7 p.m. on my channel. So go back, watch the live stream. I'm really hoping it's going to be a great time. And so this is my 3rd read for Christmas in July-a-thon. And this one is like the small town country because I don't have any cowboy or cowgirl romances, but this is about a girl who goes, she meets this guy online, and so she flies to Fairbanks, Alaska, and he's supposed to meet her there in the airport, and he doesn't show up. So she finds this pilot to take her to the dinky town that he is from, and the pilot finds out like who she's going to see, and he won't let her go. And so he takes her instead to his hometown, which is snowbound, and it is so small that literally there's one woman in the town, and it's his sister, and she's out of town. So there are literally no women in this town except our main character named Jenna. And so I'm saying it's like down a country, whatever, because it's a tiny, tiny, tiny town. And so that is what I'm reading now. So far so good. I'm only like 3 chapters in, but now I'm going to go in and make some lunch, and that's about it. So I will let you know when I have another update. Hey everybody, it's about 1:30 on Friday, and I just am getting on to let you know that I finished Snow Bride by Debbie MacComber, and I'm giving it 3.5 stars. So like I said, it's about a woman who is going to Alaska to meet this guy that she's been dating online, and then when she gets there, he's not at the airport, and so she gets this guy to fly her to the small town where he is. And the pilot, like when he finds out where she's wanting to go, he says, "No way are you going to meet that guy." And he takes her to his hometown, which is called Snowbound, with the goal of her staying with his sister. But his sister is out of town, and so she has to stay with him because a big storm comes in, so they're stuck. And so it's that kind of forced proximity, as well as kind of hate to love, but more just like super annoyed with each other, and a lot of banter. And then there's actually like a love square, because it's her, the guy that she was going to meet, plus the pilot, plus her boss from back home. They had been kind of having a relationship, but he was like really sleeping on it. So they all, like, it all comes to a pass. And so that's really interesting and fun. And it was overall really cute, not Christmassy at all. So that's kind of a bummer, but it was still cute. So 3.5 stars there. And then I'm picking up Mail Order Bride by Debbie MacComber, because it is the other book in the like bind up that I have. And so this one I think is about a girl who, they're both set in Alaska. That's the thing they have in common. And this one, her great aunts set her up and like make her a mail order bride without her knowledge. And so they send her to Alaska to meet this guy. And yeah, the rest goes from there. I'm not very far into it, but that's what I'm reading now. I was hoping both of these would be like more Christmassy, but they're really not. I'm kind of trying to read them for Christmas and July-a-thon, but I really don't think they actually count. So that is that. This morning we went on a long walk, kind of long. We went to my sister's and back, and that's just like a few miles round trip, so it's not that far. But we left, and I'm like, okay, cool. It's only 80 degrees. Not going to be too hot. We're good. Well, what I forgot to look at was the humidity. It's like 1,000,000 degrees humidity, and so it's like 100 degrees now, and so it's hot. And this morning I got up early so I could like straighten my hair and stuff for the Christmas in July-a-thon live show tonight, which if you did not watch it, please go watch the playback. It's on my channel. I'm sure it'll be a great time. But so I like wanted to look presentable, and so I got ready and then took the girls for a walk, and I was like, geez, why did I do that? Because now my hair is gonna need to be re-straightened. So that is first world problems for sure. That is, and then now we're sitting outside, we're playing with ice, and we're doing ice painting. And so then we're gonna go in, and I will feed Annie and put Ainsley down for a nap after this, and then tonight is the Christmas in July-a-thon live show, so that'll be so fun. I'm trying to decide like what festive garb I can wear and what we can do, and it'll just be so fun. So that's everything for now. I will let you know when I finish Mail Order Bride. I'm really hoping nap time will be productive for reading. There's just, our house is like a tornado. If you guys follow me on Instagram, like people have been asking what I'm doing or what my view is, and every time it's like cleaning my living room or paying attention to what a disaster it is. And so I really need to do some cleaning, like just organizing of toys and that kind of stuff. Our fireplace has not been finished since we moved in, and it's finally getting done on Monday because of COVID, like put a long hold on it, and so then we can like get stuff more put away. But living with stuff like everywhere drives me nuts, and that's kind of how our house is right now. And so Mama's just a little crazy, but I am gonna go finish painting with Ainsley and we'll check in later. Hey everyone, it is Saturday. It's like 3:45 in the afternoon, and I'm just now updating because it has been a crazy day. So this morning we got up and I worked out. I watched some booktube while Ainsley and Jeremy were eating breakfast, and so I did that, and then we went for a little family walk before it got too hot, and then Ainsley and I did exercise class. So it's been a very active morning, and then I ate lunch and got on here and did the Romancetube celebration live show, and that was so fun. I will link it down below. If you didn't get to join us live, please go watch it back, because I just love these other four ladies, and chatting with them for 2 hours went like that, and it was so wonderful. So yeah, that's what I did. Now I'm sitting here kind of filming, kind of planning, and taking advantage of nap time. But I did finish the Mail Order Bride, which is a part of this Christmas in Alaska series, or Bind Up by Debbie McComber, and I did not like it. I think I'm going to give it 2 stars. I haven't written my review on Goodreads yet, but I just didn't like it at all. It is about a girl who her great aunts set her up to be a mail order bride. So they send her to Alaska, somehow like get her to go to Alaska, telling her that like it's this week-long vacation. So she goes and gets there and like finds out it's a wedding ceremony. And she's so confused that she's just like, okay. And so she does it, which, what? Who? Like, I would be like, wait, excuse me? What? And so she does it, and then it's like kind of hate to love with her now husband, and like they're kind of trying to figure it out, but it just felt like she felt very submissive at times, and her personality, just like her character, I felt like was really wonky. The whole situation didn't make sense to me. I just could not buy into it. And this bind up also I have some beef with because it's called Christmas in Alaska, and really the only thing, like there's no Christmas in either of these books. It's set in Alaska, so I guess it's wintry and cold, but there's no Christmas. The first one was the Snow Bride, about the girl who was going on the airplane, and the guy took her somewhere else. And then the next was the Mail Order Bride. And so both of these are like very submissive females that do have some like spunk in them, and like they kind of fight back at times, but the whole situation is very alpha and very submissive and very and they're both in Alaska. Those are the things that they have in common. So I don't know that I'll be keeping this bind up, and I really did not like Mail Order Bride. So that is what I've read. And then I picked up I Heart Hollywood by Lindsey Kelk. And this is number 2 in her I Heart series. And so we're following the same Angie. She is working in New York, and then she has to go to Hollywood to interview this like movie star. And she doesn't know anything about this guy. She's not an interviewer. And so she's like, what the heck? So she goes to Hollywood, and we're following her in Hollywood. So far it's really cute. I am enjoying that. I'm not very far into it, but that's what I'm reading. Now it's, like I said, like 3:45. So Ainsley will probably be up soon. I need to write that review, do some editing, plan out some stuff for the week. So that's really the afternoon. I have no idea what I'm going to make for dinner. So yeah, I think it's just going to be kind of a relaxed night, I hope. So I will check in when I have more to update about I Heart Hollywood. Hey everyone, it is Sunday afternoon, and I just thought I'd get on and let you know I finished I Heart Hollywood by Lindsey Kelk, and I'm giving it 3 stars. So in this one, our main character Angie goes to Hollywood, obviously. She is still working for the magazine from the first one, and a movie star in Hollywood wants her to interview him, despite the fact that she has no interviewing skills or anything. He's British, she's British. I guess he requested her. So she goes out there, and Jenny, her friend from the first one, goes out with her, and it's a lot of just drunken shenanigans, much like the first. But in this one, I felt like the tension was just like not good. I felt like it almost was just forced, and I didn't like it at all. And it kind of does like another love triangle, and so I thought maybe this was going to be a series where like every book she gets a different guy. Hello, me before you. And so I'm not there for that. I don't want to read 7 books of her falling in love with a different guy every time. But that's not what happens. And so there's some tension in the romance department. There's some tension in people's sexuality. There is just a lot of like she's dating a guy that I'm not going to say which guy because it's who she picked from the first one. And he's a ass this whole time. And he has reason to be midway, but he was being a jerk before that. And so now I think their relationship goes the whole series, and I've already like written him off. I'm like, no, she deserves better. But does she? Because she kind of is not that great either. And I don't know if I like Jenny any better than I did in the first book. And so I think she sticks around the whole series too. So I'm kind of feeling like this series might be a bunch of unlikable characters for me. And so can I read 7 books of unlikable? I don't know. But number 3 is I Heart Paris, and that is on my Reading Rush TBR. So I will give it at least one more book and see what I think. And this is why I like really don't want to reread the Shopaholic series, because I'm afraid I won't like it. Like I'll feel kind of similar about it. But I don't know, because in my memory it was really good, but I was also 20 maybe when I read it, or like late teens, early 20s, and probably very similar to maturity levels. And now I'm 31 and have 2 kids, and like going out and getting so drunk you throw up over and over and over and over gets old in a book. So I don't know. For people who have read this series, should I keep going? Should I not? For some reason I thought like that I had heard really good things, or that I'd really like it. And so I think I own the whole series, and that's going to be a big bummer if I end up not liking it. But we'll see. So 3 stars for that. As far as life stuff goes, I don't remember when I updated yesterday, but we didn't do anything exceptional. And then today we did, so today I exercised, and then, and I am doing a giveaway. So if you haven't seen it, go look. I posted it today, which is Sunday the 19th, I think. So go look. It is a giveaway of the Winter Street series by Ellen Hildebrand. I love it so much, and I can't wait to give it to somebody. So go over there and enter. It goes till July 31st, so you still have time. And yeah, so I posted that on like different social medias this morning, and then we went for a family walk before it got too dang hot, and then came home, filmed another video, did church, and then my in-laws came over for a little bit because they have not met Annie yet. So they came over and we sat outside and chatted with them for a while, and then nap time, and I got birth announcements like I had ordered them. I made them on Shutterfly and I got them today, and so I've been addressing those, and they are so swoony. I love them. I mean, swoony, is that a weird word to use about your kids? Maybe, but they're just so sweet maybe, and I just can't wait. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but we live like relatively close to an airport, and so there are airplanes flying over right now, and it is loud. And I always wonder, like, who's flying this much? It's a pretty small airport, and I don't know who's flying. Like, there's not that many flights that go in and out like in regular life, and so in COVID life, I'm shocked. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So in-laws came, addressed birth announcements. I'm excited to send them out. And then tonight I'm making stir fry, so that'll be easy. Basically just chop everything up, throw it in the skillet with some sauce. I don't know, sometimes I add peanut butter to our stir fries, and I kind of feel like tonight might be a peanut butter night. I don't really know. Do you guys make stir fry? And if so, what do you put in it? I'm curious. And yeah, that's about all I've got. And so I ended up this morning, and all day I've been like, do I start something else? I've got 2 things on NetGalley Audio, and so I thought about starting them, but they're both like 10 hours long. And with the reading rush starting tomorrow, I didn't want to do that because I know I don't have like 5 hours of audiobook time today. So I think it's just going to be a booktube day. It's already almost 4 o'clock. I think my parents might stop by as well because my mom had been cooking for us, so we have some of her Tupperware. She's not now, obviously, because she had a hysterectomy this week, and so she is down and out as well. Or not as well, I'm not down and out, but she's down and out, and so I should be cooking for her. They might come over, and then I'll make dinner, and then we'll probably go to bed. My in-laws brought Ainsley some more like magnetiles. If you don't know what they are, they're like magnetic things that kids can build with. She had a few of them, and now she's got a lot more, so maybe do some more building with those. We've been doing that a lot this afternoon, and I don't know. So I think this is going to be the end of the vlog, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you had a great weekend. Let me know what you did this weekend. I'm curious. What are you guys doing? Are you coming out of quarantine? I have so much lake envy. Everybody who's doing vlogs right now and they're at the lake or at the ocean or something like that, I have so much lake envy. We live kind of far from any lake, and we don't have any family or anything that has boats. We have one friend that has boats, but of course we're like isolating, so I don't know, but I want to go to the lake so darn bad. So let me know what you've been doing this weekend, and we'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.